All right, check it out. Yeah, baby. Freaking awesome. Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we are going to get the free candy creeper van running again. So, in case you missed out, blew the van up, had 0 PSI in one cylinder over here, and turned out, after throwing $1,000 at it, turned out to just be a head gasket. So we got that cylinder fine. Figured since we bought a whole new spring kit, we'll redo this side, which it's a good thing we did, because as you can see, that spring right there is cracked. And a couple of them are wonky. This one's kind of bent. So, springs are all good. We are going to start throwing this motor back together. So, we go grab a gasket, throw a head on, and finally, we are at the point where we are no longer taking any parts off. So, let's get this going. Alright, I have said this a bunch of times. I am not a car guy, but if there's one thing I know, it's that you do not want to drop a bolt down where the distributor goes.
You suck, you jackass.
So, let me go magnet fishing.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago.
That's a victory. That was almost a catastrophe. Moving on. We're back the next day, and I don't know about you guys, but got to thinking, damn, those headers would look nice if they'll fit. So, yeah, I think I'm going to pull them off and give them a shot. Now, I know these are shorter, but I'm not worried about welding in 6 inches of pipe. I am worried about all these bends, though, especially this one. But, let me take these off and jam them under there, see what we get. Alright, so we're going to file that under not even remotely close. And I managed to dump my transmission fluid all over my shoulder, no less. So, yeah, we're moving on. As you can see, we got the car ball hooked up. Got a bunch of lines going on here so far. I'm not really recording this because it's really nothing exciting. This is just throwing on nuts and bolts at this point. The smart thing for me to do would be do a full compression test on it while it's at this stage. But I think we're going to skip that. I'm going to keep going, plugging away. Then I'm going to connect the battery. I'm going to adjust the valve train, throw the valve covers on, and hopefully we get this thing fired up. Alright, I wasn't going to because a couple of these cylinders suck, especially 1 and 3 and 2 and 4, but I'm going to go through and do a compression test. And I got to rotate the motor over anyway to adjust the valve train, so let's see where we end up. I'm just going to go through, burn through and do this, and we're going to compare the numbers. Well, I tallied up the results, and here's where we're at. Whoa. Cylinder 1 went from 141 to 145, 2, 130 to 140, 3, 135 to 155, 4, 132 to 135, 5 was our dead hole. Went from 0 to 145. Yeah, that's a smiley face. 6 was a not good hole. We went from 80 to 158. Then 150 to 158, and then 136 to 157. So, that is fantastic news. So, let's, I'm going to stab the distributor in this thing. I'm going to run some wires. I'm going to throw on, valve covers, because I did go through, adjust the whole valve train. Think it's alright. We're going to find out if this bitch starts up. Here we go. So, I went through. Block took about 2 gallons of antifreeze. I still have to go through and tidy up some wiring here and there. Get the oil dipstick back in. Just some miscellaneous stuff. Should really only take me about 10 minutes or so. And then I'm going to push this outside, grab a fire extinguisher, and see what happens. Make sure I ain't got no leaks, and hopefully she will fire right up. So, wish me luck. See you in a minute. Alright, I just pushed this out of the garage. Got my fire extinguisher just in case. Whoa. It's gonna need fuel. Make sure we ain't got no leaks. Oh, I never plugged in the distributor. Alright, take 2. Now I plugged in the distributor. Let's see if anything happens. That didn't sound good. What the fuck was that? Maybe it was... Is there a fucking leak? Let me try this again. Oh! I think the idle's way too high. Let me adjust that. Alright, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it, but there's something wrong with the cable. If you look in there, right there, the screw's not even touching. So, I got to fix this cable. Other than that, I'm very excited. So here's where we're at. I am smart enough to know when I'm beat, and I also know that I cannot tune a motor. But, for the most part, free candy is now done. So what I did, I bought this to my engine guy. Big shout out to Henry Jackson Race Engines. Luckily, he only lives about 2 miles away from me, so after a fun-filled, smoke-filled, because of burn-off from the headers, we got her home. So, she's been sitting for a while. Let's give her a shot. Oh, so smooth. No, nothing. It's flawless. So, I'm not going to say that my engine guy was impressed, but he also wasn't depressed. Timing was off. Of course, you know, the carb, he had to play with that. I had some vacuum leaks somewhere, but overall, she's good to go. Was in kind of a time crunch because I have a trick or trunk event tomorrow that I'm probably going to go to, but I think she's good to go. She drove home flawlessly. I really can't be happier. So, I think that's going to do it here for free candy. We're going to put her, not on the back burner, we're going to use her, but she is going back in the queue because I am going to repaint her. I'm not really thrilled with my paint. I like the color. I might keep it the same color. I might cut and buff it first, but now I'm probably going to paint it because if you look, I got a couple little cracks here and there, and I just got to fix them. Plus, outside, I can see some dents and whatnot. So next up, we are jumping on the bracket car. Not really sure I nailed the stance with this. These might be a little low. But anyway, you're going to see this in the garage next. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to share and subscribe and all that stuff that the successful YouTubers tell you to do. And get off the couch and, in my case, get something in the garage. Oh, we might be jumping back on the Pro Street 55 in a minute. We are definitely not going to talk about this because I am a drunken idiot. Damn you, Tiki Bar.